The Unscrambled channel has already covered these videos. We'll very quickly go through these because I think I found another one. Anyway, so I was a bit gobsmacked when I first saw it, that the district attorney has the same eyes as Chris Watts. Here it comes. Ta-da! Same brow on the nose, same eyes. Bit shocked on that one when I first saw it. But you wouldn't think so, would you, when you actually see their heads? I wasn't even sure about that one, but we'll move on past that one. Then this one. Same eyes. Same eyes. And then... wait for it. You see the eyelids. Look at the eyelid there, and Chris Watts' eyelid and the other one's eyelid. Let's look at the distance in the eyes. The other eye, the right eye. Ta-da! The solicitor, one of the solicitors in the case, and it looks like he's got eye makeup on. I'm not sure about all that, but anyway, they've all got weird eyes. And then we did this one as well. How alike they are, and I'm so pleased that so many of you saw it. If you look in that person's eyes on the right, and then when that person's eyes are open the other side, you'll see they've got the same look in their eye, as well as having, you'll see. And yeah, I'm so pleased that loads of people saw they've got the same nose, same nostrils, blah blah blah. Same creases, look around their noses, same creases, right one and the left one, they're the same. Just remember when I said look at the look, they open their eyes there. Anyway, so we've already done that, right? And then on to the next case, which is not involved in this case, but I think I found another Chris Watts. Anyway, we'll have a look.
Between December 2012 and February of the next year, Jerome Hayes committed 3 armed robberies. At least that's what police told him when they brought him downtown and placed him under arrest.
I'm not very sympathetic about excuses, Jerome. I only think it's every time you talk.
Jerome, then a 21-year-old employee of a Southside Steak and Shake, consistently denied any role in the robbery.
It wasn't me, sir. It wasn't me, sir.
But the evidence against him was solid. Maybe.
Jerome did not commit at least 2 out of the 3 of these robberies.
Mizrahi says that wasn't enough to get them to drop the case.
Even though we had alibis, we had such compelling other evidence that made those alibis less important.
Testimony.
Thanks for all the really nice comments, but there have been some really horrible ones. It's so insulting. But anyway, rather than what I'm trying to talk about, and yes, you're going to have to think outside the box, because we've already seen this person and he's already talked differently. His face looks different at the bottom. What I would like you to really concentrate on is how similar the ears are, and just look at the look in the eye. Yes, this one has glasses on. Yes, maybe the end of the nose is a bit different, but you'll see, well, his changes a bit as well, but they have the mark, the way their nose is here. The ears, the look in the eye, and the ears, and the brow of the nose, I suppose. So, you're going to have to think outside the box, because as we can see, he's got a very different sized face. It's supposed to be a different solicitor, but there you go, there's a good view of the nose. It takes hours to do this. How many people are shocked that this person on the right looks so like Chris Watts, sounds just like him? Brett Epps. Do you see it? I hope that people see it. Do not concentrate on the hair. Do not worry about the rest of the face. Look at the ear. Look at those eyes. Look at the shape of the eyes. And yes, unfortunately, on the right, the left eye is a bit, Brett Epps' eye is a little bit darker. But when you actually just look at that person's eyes and the brow of their nose, it's still Chris Watts. Yes, yes, yes. Different glasses, different colour hair. For all those that might see it from slight distance, because yeah, it is quite small on the screen, I've blown it up to show you. Can you see Chris Watts now? Can you see him now? In here. Can you see him? Is it Brett? Can you see him? Look at these eyes. Do you see it? I mean, he does look a bit cross between, with darker hair. It just reminds me a bit of Scott Reich and Chris Watts put together. But, you know, take away Chris Watts, you know, take the forehead away. Just look at the eyes. There's different colours. Doesn't he look like Chris Watts now? Do you see it now? Does everybody see it? Do they see the Chris Watts eyes? Don't worry about the colours. Don't worry about the shape of each one's face. It's the eyes that they've used, whoever Chris Watts is. District attorney, solicitors, even an officer. Do you see him now? Do you see Chris Watts? Do you see his eyes? Hopefully you do. Put your hand over the rest of the face. It's a little bit difficult to do. Slow it down, stop it. Look at the, go and find a picture of Chris Watts. Actually, these people have the same nostrils and the nose is the same. Maybe they've done something to the end. But look at the nostrils and the way the nose is. They've got the same nose, really. If I didn't know better, right, I'd say that's a cross between whoever plays Chris Watts and Scott Reich. Ah! But anyway. Just look at those eyes. Look up to the brow of his nose. He's moving too much for me to make it smaller. Because really I just like to cut the end of his nose out so I could show you even better. Just look at this sequence of eyes. When you look at the person on the left, they do have the same eyes as the person on the right. And the brow of the nose is the same. And we already did yesterday. Just look at the eyes. Think of Chris Watts. Do you see it? Oh, I don't know what they're doing, but look at the eyes. Helicopter now. The music I put on top will probably get rid of it. Anyway, what do you think?